You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pan-African Daily TV. First of all, I have to start by apologizing for the late start. It's not her fault. Our sister Destiny is right here with us tonight to share her incredible story of her experiences on the continent. Like we said yesterday we started with Amma, who actually had a warm conversation with us about her challenges, solutions, and ways in Ghana. And tonight we have our sister Destiny, by name Quannesha Jacksons, and she is here to share us. I mean, I've been talking to her a couple of hours ago, and I mean, it's amazing what one can do on the continent. I mean, just living in the diaspora, born out there and relocated to the continent, got into an amazing situation, because some other people, you go for business or you go for I don't know what, or you move to the continent. But it's hardly that we've had this kind of conversations with people that have actually met, found love, and marriage. And so we want to actually know from the point of view, how does it work there? What are the challenges that might occur, or what is it that she has to, trespass? Have there been some setbacks out there? Of course, there are incredible setbacks, as Isa had this conversation with her. But nevertheless, if you get someone like a goal getter, like she said, I'm a goal getter. I go and I get it. I get everything that I want. I mean, not everything for sure, but I follow my desire, my passion, and nothing can stop me. So you can imagine being on the continent, being discriminated, marginalized. Your husband has been looked as, she's going to tell us all the stories. I don't really want to put it in a way that, it wouldn't sound accurate. So that's why she's here. So I want to invite all of you to join in, sign in, share the conversation, click and like the stream. If you're watching from Facebook or you're watching from our YouTube channels, please give us a sign, because today we've been having some, as you know, challenges as usual to be here. And that's why we are pretty late. But we are happy because the family knows it. If we are on, so you just get the notification and you join. So we always advise our first-time visitors or those that are on the Pan-African Daily for the first time to make sure that you click and subscribe, because we never know. Our conversations are very critical. Sometimes they put their foot in our mouth and our necks, and so we cannot really express ourselves the way we want it. But so if you click just the notification each time, even with delays or earlys or break-ins or highlights that we might suddenly want to come on the show to bring your attention to it, so you stay up to date. In any case, I want to thank you so much for your patience. If you had waited for long, or some people, particularly on the continent, as already sleeping, like in East African community, I had a lot of, some text like, what's going on today? And I like, okay, we're a little bit in a delay. But of course, the family is always here because they know we would never fail them. Even if we didn't come up live today, we're going to hold up this show tomorrow. But as I can say, Queen Quannesha is here. and she's going to tell us every amazing thing. Can you imagine? You go to the continent, and I mean, she's been visiting from what she's going to share with us here. It's not the first time, and particularly in Ghana. I mean, the case studies that we had, I mean, yesterday and today is basically in Ghana, but honestly speaking, it's the same experience. Like you all know, we're one. There might be some changes because of, you if you go to Tanzania, like in Dar es Salaam, where you have mostly Muslims, so it might be different. If you are in Senegal or in Mali or in Cameroon, where probably is mostly French speaking, so you're going to see another kind of attitude and cultural differences in terms of, language and even the manier, like they say, the way they act. Or if you go to Ethiopia, for instance, that's really in a sector where you have the Rastafari culture. And so I think that's where, it happens. But imagine, you are in Ghana. I can also imagine in Southern Cameroon, you're a Rastafarian. You know how they look at you. And so that's the incredible story and experience that Destiny is going to share with us today, how she overcame and what actually is the situation now. How do Africans on the continent look at, Rastafarians, when they have their locks? What does that signify? I also grew up and I knew that, it was kind of like a taboo, even when uh, our brothers or women, not just to even talk of women, it was even just far-fetched to talk about women keeping up locks, their dreads, but men in particular. So you were considered like some kind of a truant or an irresponsible son, or those who came out here for studies and then, discovered their spirituality through this amazing culture, because actually that's who we are, right? And they went back to the continent. No, it's a whole taboo. It's like you've taken some marijuana, you're not normal, and the whole community looks at you as a wayward, as a, so most of them just gave up their dreams, gave up their passion, gave up their true spirituality, because you have to fit in somehow, into the family has to accept you. You wouldn't marry in any other family when you have dreadlocks. Mm, but those are really some of the challenges that we have to go through. So she's married to a Rastafari, so you can imagine what she's been going through, and she's going to share this wonderful experience, how she overcame anyway, because at the end of the day, it's love. It is love. When the love is there, it knows no boundaries, no borders, nothing, right? And so imagine here in the West, Rastafarians are honored, they worship their gods because they know their level of spirituality, right? And they know this is a tradition, a culture, a unique a personality, and we know, even like here in Germany, most Caucasians, the Rastafari culture is the culture that has actually, from its music to its prophet to its looks to it every level. I mean, those are the kind of festivals you go here, it's all full, because even the Germans, the white people, have adopted that culture. But imagine this is our own, and you're being rejected because of it. And so anyway, I hope all of us have settled and we are all ready to get into this conversation today. And I want to get back to studio to greet Destiny. Destiny, are you okay? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Is she freezing? Okay. You see, exactly like I told you, we are having these challenges here for the past half hour. We've been on it, they're just switching off, switching on in anytime. So let's just be patient. I think she will click and join again. But like I was saying, I mean, she had a tough time when she met her husband, because her husband was a Rastafarian, a very noble, cute king. But you can imagine how this I mean, how do I want to say, how confused we are on the continent, that we don't even recognize our potentials, our spirituality, our gods, our kings, our spirituality of the highest order. You can imagine how much the Rastafarian culture on the continent is being marginalized, discriminated, hated. They don't even, and it's not because they know. Too much ignorance. They consider them some weed people who take weed, or you're wayward or something. So to break that culture on the continent, honestly, that's also something that we've not even touched on it. But I'm happy that she's going to share this experience with us today. Destiny, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know. We keep having some kind of disconnection, but now you are there. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing.
Hello.
Yes,
Are you hearing me?
yes, I can hear you.
Um, Somehow the connection keeps breaking. I don't know whether the audience can hear you because I barely even hear you. But the first time you spoke, it was okay.
But the first time you spoke, okay.
Ooh,
Let me
all
see
right.
something. I don't know what is going on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see.
All right.
Okay, so let's start.
Let's start. And I just want to inform all of you, Destiny is, almost due. Very soon she's going to be giving us a king out there or a queen. We don't know. So we got to be very patient and be careful to her. She's almost a ready mother. All right. Yeah, just go on. Uh, is it okay? Is your camera okay? Are you all comfortable?
Comfortable. Yes, I'm okay.
All right. So, how are you? How is Ghana today? What do you do today? What did your day look like today?
Okay, I'm doing. Today was a very relaxed day. Um, I was able to get some extra help in the house. Someone that I've been knowing, it's a young lady I've been knowing for, I want to say, since 2014 when I first came to Ghana. I met her in an area called Dodowa in Ghana, and I needed someone to help me wash my clothes and cook and everything.
Your volume, you're breaking again.
I'm breaking.
Yes. The first position was good.
Uh, okay.
Um, the issue is the volume.
Okay, what about now?
Beautiful, perfect,
Beautiful.
so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So as I was saying, I had a young lady that I met. She came to my house today to support and help me, with some things that I need around the house and cooking, cleaning, and just being a very good sister and support to me. I met her in 2014 in an area that was underdeveloped called Dodowa. At that time, the area was still trying to develop. There was no washer and dryer or anything. I didn't have the luxuries that I had in America. So I met her on the road, and from there we've been friends ever since. So she came to my house today to help me out, and I'm really grateful for that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. I mean, so you've been going to Ghana since 2014. Tell us more. How did you came out there? Was it a visit, first time visit, or I mean, you're born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Just tell us your experience, how you got to the continent, and even getting into now you're a mother of the continent.
Yeah. I was introduced to Ghana through my son's father. I have a 4-year-old by an American, and he's also in Ghana. He bought land in Ghana, and he has a family here in Ghana with a woman in another region. So we both came here together. And so I took the opportunity to buy land here so that I can create my own life here in Ghana, because I always dreamed of living in Ghana or living in Africa.
Okay, what is just the problem with the volume?
It's the volume.
I think yes, but now go ahead. There's a position I don't know
Okay.
where it's breaking. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So as I was saying, I was introduced to Ghana in 2014. I have a
Mhm.
4-year-old that I have that has a father's his father's from America, excuse me, and he has a family here in Ghana, and we both came together here in Ghana at that time in 2014. And I started a life here. I bought land, and I've always dreamed about living in Africa. So I took the opportunity to, come and buy land and settle here. So now I finally settled in Ghana, which was last year in 2020. Last year, I finally
2020.
settled here in Ghana. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you meet your husband? You just wanted to settle, do business, invest, or what was your passion and why did you actually choose like, I want to live on the continent?
Um, well, if we're talking about from 2014, or are we talking about my experience with my current Ghanaian husband? I just want to make myself clear, because I don't want to be speaking, things that, doesn't pertain to what we're talking about.
Yes, I mean, like you went to Ghana 2014. I mean, what was your drive first? Like you always, is it because you heard about Africa, or what was it that you said, no, I dream to live in Africa? Because I'm saying it because a lot of brothers and sisters are like, oh, because of the images on the continent, stuff like that, you don't even have even, you know, nobody has that zeal to go to Africa.
Okay. Well, my zeal came because of my experience in America being discriminated against, and being treated like a nobody, and just treated as a, second class or third class citizen. My ancestors built America. My ancestors were shipped from Africa, and they were shipped from Africa to go and build America. So when I realized the deceit and the betrayal of a country that I really fought to, you know, um, to embrace and love, uh, lied to me and deceived me all my life, I was very distraught. So I said, well, let me go and try Africa out, where my sisters and brothers are, the people that look like me, and
Mm.
see how we can unite and come together as a family to build Africa and make Africa great again.
Amazing. And then you took that journey and now you're in Ghana. Is it actually the dream that you thought, yes, this is where I belong? And you feel comfortable, you're okay with the environment, the food, the people, the culture. I mean, you went 2014 and then now you're settled.
Yeah. So when I came to Ghana in 2014, I at that time I was very natural. I went from wearing weaves to being totally natural. I had afros, and I was wearing my hair naturally, the hair that I was born with from the womb. I started really embracing my natural beauty. So I said, okay, so now that I'm embracing my natural beauty, let me go ahead and, utilize the natural resources off the land, like the jewelry, the Ghanaian jewelry, the Ghanaian fabric, the Ghanaian clothes, everything that was Ghanaian. I took it and I ran with it, meaning I had the earrings made from banana peels. I was, having the fabric made by the local tailors. And I mean, I would love to show you some pictures of my modeling that I was doing,
Oh,
trying to show the world. I was trying to show the world how beautiful Africa and Ghana was.
mhm. Oh my God, I can imagine just diving into that culture. It's as if it's like a revolution in you. Like, I don't want to get any other thing that is not me. I really want to be natural. I want to be me, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. I just wanted to embrace everything about Africa in my life because that is who I am and that is who we are, the mother of Africa.
Beautiful. I mean, I when I had this exchange with you, you are married now to a Ghanaian.
Yes.
How was it? Is it also you met him in the States or you met him on the continent? And how did it start? And how is it going anyway?
Okay. So I met my husband, my Ghanaian husband, at a Pan African meeting for the diasporan. It was for the diasporan. And he happened to be there and he was a part of the group that I was in. The group, we were brainstorming on ideas on how we can, develop a nice, innovative project for different types of businesses and
Hmm.
how we can come together as a people to make it happen. So he was a part of the group I was in, and they all chose me to get up and speak for the group. And he was very impressed and very, intrigued by my speech that I gave. And from there, he became very interested in me. And I really was kind of like a little puzzled, like, why would he be interested in me? But um, it's all good. I saw it as like a blessing. So as we got to know each other, I saw it even greater as a blessing because we both are like-minded and like-spirited individuals. Even in the midst of our differences, we still, choose to come together and make it happen for one another.
Wonderful. And was it just as easy, like, you got into the family, into the community, and you guys met at that forum, and then, it was just the parents accepted you, and he too. Was it just that easy?
No, no, it wasn't easy at all. Oh, no, no, no. um, I have to tell you that the family loved me from day one. The friends all loved me from day one, but they were just totally like, why are you marrying this Rastafarian guy? He's a Rastafarian, and the way how we view Rastafarians here in Ghana, we don't understand why you would want to marry someone like him.
Hmm.
So it became somewhat of a challenge because it's like they were discouraging me from marrying marrying him, and I was like, well, I'm sorry that you guys feel that way, but I don't feel that way. I don't see him the same way you guys see him because from me being from America, the Rastafari community over there is very well accepted and loved, and they're all pretty much doing very well. The Rastafarian community over there, they're doing very well. So when I came to Ghana and saw how the Rastafarians are treated over here, it really broke my heart because I mean, how can you discriminate against your people that look like you and have the same hair as you and you don't like them? I don't understand. So it's like almost self-hatred. You know, it's so sad to me. So I was just, totally motivated to just prove to the world that, this man is human. He's a human being, he's a king, and he should be honored and welcomed and accepted and acknowledged as a king. We all have differences, we all have issues, nobody's perfect. But you just have to find, the one who you can connect with soulfully and spiritually and make it happen. Even in the midst of the challenges, you have to find your connection.
Hmm. Um, I mean,
But I want you not to cut you off, but I do want to tell you, I want to answer all of your questions. So if I tend to forget to answer anything in the conversation of what we're saying, please just remind me again, and I would love to answer anything you have to ask.
no, I mean it's not even just that, just feel free, tell us everything your experience. We're in a family that, we're not like in a mainstream where we do question and answers. Like if I ask anything you experience, you can start from, everything that you've been through, what your projects also are, and how you people, you go on together. I know, but this one statement is still a problem. Why do you think that kind of attitude come from? That, they look at somebody not from who he is, but from his looks. Do you think it's just the hair, or what is your opinion about it? Because I have another opinion.
I think it's a combination of a few things. I think one of them is just I think just in Ghana, the culture here is based on, certain things, and the Rastafari community is not part of it. They have a certain idea and perspective of what they feel that a Rastafarian is. And from what I know, when you sit down and talk to these people, they have no idea about what a Rastafarian is,
Mm-hmm.
what they stand for, and where they're going. They have no idea. They don't even want to sit down and entertain them, talk to them, and even get to know them. They just decide to, just personally just discriminate and promote self-hatred against their own people for no reason. And the reason why I say that is because when you talk to these people, they just have no idea who these people are, who the Rastafarian community, the
Mm-hmm.
people are, or what they stand for. And I can see if, these people were able to get to know them before they draw a conclusion about, how they think of them. But to just sit and just draw a conclusion and judge them without even speaking to them, getting to know them, or knowing where they're going, is so wrong to me. It's just so wrong. And I think a lot of that mentality just comes from, the culture, and I think part of it is just kind of like ignorance too, because if you don't know something, then you'll just, form your own conclusion and judgment without fully studying and researching and learning about what you're projecting here.
Hmm. It's tough because I really must confess to you, even me, where being on the continent, there is this perception. I mean, the hair, the dread, and growing up as a child, we saw or we knew that somebody that has dread is a mad person. You know, and in why? Because the people with handicaps or disabilities or psychiatric problems on the continent are not cared for. That service, I mean, now may be different, but it's still very obvious that you will see them walking on the street, eating from the bins, and because they're not taken care of, uh, um, so they're left like that unkempt. And so that notion of seeing some person in that, I mean, from every community that you go through, never did we ever knew that it was a religion, it was a culture, it was a way of life. It is never been taught. It's not even a conversation on the continent, particularly, in the West African countries. It's not a conversation until they start seeing, like Bob Marley, stars of reggae music and dreadlocks, and the young people also start pushing up to look like that. But even in the same families, I can guarantee you, even till date that we're talking about, the ones that have been here in Europe and then even go back home, and you leave those, you really kind of like marginalized. I think that's one of a big, big, big challenge on the continent that we have to. And nobody's talking about that. People talking about, okay, sexual indifference, and even condemn, the governments for that, but nobody addresses this discrimination in this a particular target group of the Rastafarians. But you break that culture and you win. But and most of them are artists. Is your husband one? Hello, can you hear me? Ah, yeah, can I get some help? I think she's freezing. I don't. It's just crazy. The connections today are. All right. Today we're having this challenge. We had it before, and we are still on it. I just crave and beg you to be patient. She's gonna be going out and coming back, but I also think is the connection. Ghana particularly is really, yeah, a challenge. A challenge. Even though we had Ama yesterday, also from Ghana, depending on where you're connecting and which part, it's really a problem with, you know, power or electricity or how we call it out there. So, but like we were, like she was saying, the community of Rastafarians on the continent, particularly West African countries, in Ethiopia is different. I mean, we had Haile Selassie, who was already, a Rastafarian, and the religion actually grew out there. And that's why you see most of the Jamaicans or Rastafarians, they move to Ethiopia. If you want to choose West Africa, and then you have to go through some challenges. But it's not really that, bad. There's a lot of information, and even the young people that are artists now are into it. They just, they and one thing I like about them, they're so resilient, right? They don't even care. They just know everybody's ignorant apart from them. And I think that is also, but that's one of our essential part of our culture, a spirituality. Like I was saying, most of them are talented. Destiny, are you there? You hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
I'm here.
Imagine in America, we talk about our hair, our kinky, and that we're discriminated because of our look. And then you go to the continent, and your husband, origin, never been out of the country, is also discriminated. What do you think is that? Is it not, the Western education or the stereotyping in our culture?
Yeah, I do. I do want to say that it stems from the Western education. Can you hear me?
Yes, breaking, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Yes. I said I do want to say that that type of mentality, I believe, it stems from the Western ideologies in education because we were taught to hate Africans over there, and I'm sure some Africans from the continent were taught to hate us. So we were taught to hate each other.
Absolute. The fact that they don't even know on the continent that, that your descendants, they still call you African Americans as if you're a totally different species of people, the knowledge of that lack of history, you know. But what I see is as a profession.
My husband, are you ask? I'm sorry. Could you
Yes.
repeat your question?
Yes, your husband. Because I know a lot of them are talented, they are artists. I mean, they're just very gifted.
Yes, my husband has a master's degree. I'm sorry, bachelor's degree in farming and agriculture,
Hmm.
and he's also the CEO of AIM as in, he's also the CEO as of AIM as in Nkrumah Foundation, and he's also the CEO of the Rastafari Entertainment, which is Rastatainment. He's also an artist. He has very good writing skills, and he's very intelligent.
Hmm. Yeah, because in,
Can you
in,
hear?
in the most, yes, you're you're breaking, but I can hear you. Go ahead, please. I don't want to interrupt, but you're freezing. So, oh
Can you hear
boy.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Ah, okay. So what I was saying is that my husband has a bachelor's degree in farming and agriculture. He's also a CEO of AIM as in Nkrumah and the CEO of Rastatainment, which is Rastafari Entertainment. And he's also an artist. He's very intelligent, and he's helped me out a lot. I mean, I have a degree, but it's not quite what he has. I have a degree in America, but it's an associate of science of biology and health science. So, but he's helped me out so much. His brain is definitely brilliant to me. So he's very 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 intelligent.
Mhm. Yeah, but in your relationship, apart from the issue of him being a Rastafarian, you understand yourself. I mean, irrespective of how the community look at you, your life is going on well, and you're building projects, and you're even awaiting your baby, isn't it?
Yes, I'm 7 months pregnant. The baby should be due in January. So we're just waiting.
Congratulations. So, what is it that you do again, apart from, are you into some ventures? You talked about the Rastafarian entertainment. Are you building some projects out there?
Yes, right now I'm currently working on a water project, which we use water pots that filter out toxins and poisons, and it cleans, water from any source.
Hmm.
I started this project in America, and I decided to bring it to Ghana because I do know that there are a lot of regions in Ghana that are underdeveloped, villages and things like that, who would really benefit from this water project because we would be able to produce jobs and help the economy as well with this water project. So that's one thing that I'm doing. I'm also a professional massage therapist. I specialize in deep tissue and sports massage. I've been doing it since 2003. I
Hmm.
know how to adjust backs and do a whole lot of things that athletes really need to, function successfully in their work. So that's one aspect, and that business is called Accomplished Touch. I'm also the executive director of AIM as in Nkrumah Foundation, as well as the executive director of Rastatainment.
Hmm.
And I'm also in the process of creating some natural skincare and some clothing lines. So that is pretty much in the works right now.
How do you see those ventures? Do you see it successful on the continent? I mean, when I had this conversation when you told me like in Africa we have everything, you can do everything. There's a potential, to invest. You look at everywhere, it's an opportunity, isn't it?
Oh, it is. For example, with the natural skincare product, I'm trying to create an innovative way to show women and men that they can take an orange peel, just a simple orange peel, and you after squeeze the juice out, you drink it, of course, but you take the pill and you use it and you rub it on your face as an exfoliant. You can also use the pineapple as an exfoliant as well, exfoliate to nourish the face and to produce vitamin C for the face instead of using chemicals. So there's natural things that we can use off the land, like mango peels and, you know, um, just things like that for the face. And then banana peels, you can use it for your teeth as a natural teeth whitener. So there's all kinds of things we can use off the land to, to help our own bodies, to survive here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what are the supporting schemes that you have out there? I mean, it's not like in America where probably you have to put in your project at some point to be supported. And of course, you've been self-sufficient or self-employed for how long?
I've been self-employed since 2003. I'm truly grateful that I haven't had to work a 9 to 5 job. I've been an entrepreneur and self-employed since 2003, and I don't plan on going back to the corporate world at all. I will continue to move forward sustain. That's part of what as Nkrumah stands for. We promote ideals and philosophies of Osaja for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, which he also was, utilizing the resource off the land. Can can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I just don't want to interrupt because yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure what was the last thing you heard, but I'll just repeat what I said. I believe the last thing you heard was that I'm, here to, continue to move forward as an entrepreneur. And I'm going to continue promoting the ideas and philosophies of Osagyefuna Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, which he encourages us as people to utilize the resources off the land and to live self-sustaining life. That is the way to go. I don't ever want to go back to the corporate world ever in my life. I felt like a slave in that system, whereas as an entrepreneur, I feel totally liberated.
Hmm. Tell us more, Destiny. Just go ahead. Tell us.
Um, well, it depends on what part of that you want me to, elaborate on. I can go on and on. I just want to make sure that, I'm in tune with what you're asking for.
You are in tune with everything. We know your experience on the continent, the opportunities, the challenges. Are there also some challenges that you've encountered in your relationship in the community? Because we're doing some kind of like research to know, how do you want to advise our your brothers and sisters out here about the continent? What is it that they should pay attention to?
Okay, so the brothers and sisters, who are interested in coming to Africa, I want to encourage you to definitely be prepared because the luxuries and everything that you had in America is here, but it's not so, you know, um, it's not so given. like that here, whereas in America, I mean, everywhere you go, you can have what you need. I mean, any and everywhere. So here it's a different story. In Africa, I want to say in Ghana per se, because that's where I am. Um, you just have to be or live in a certain community in order to access those types of luxuries. They do have them, but you have to be in that type of environment to access those types of luxuries. Another thing is that don't come here with those types of expectations. Please be prepared to create that type of life that you want to live here. It's plenty of opportunity here in Ghana and in Africa. Africa is awaiting for you. We need you here as creators. Our ancestors were shipped, from Africa to go and build a whole nother country and a whole nother nation, whereas we are supposed to come back home right here on the continent and build up Africa. That is what we're supposed to do, and to make Africa great again. So I definitely have to tell you, there's so much opportunity here that you wouldn't believe. And it wouldn't even take a month to start a business. It would take less than a week to start a business. Please save your money. Please have a, decent amount of savings when you come, because nothing here is free. You have to pay for everything that you need here. Whereas in America they have a lot of programs and fundings and different things that the government and private institutions give to help individuals survive. I mean, that's a good thing, but I don't want you to have that expectation coming here in Ghana, feeling that you're going to be able to, have that type of, leadway, because no. You have to be prepared, and you have to come ready with your own, pockets, and be prepared to invest. It's not hard to invest at all, and it's not expensive. You just have to know the right people to connect with when it comes to investing. Know where to go, the regions, the cities, and you just have to just have the right connections. There's people here like myself who have been on the ground for years here in Ghana, and are pretty aware of what's going on here. And I'm grateful to be married to a man and a family who's also, knowledgeable of, how to make things happen as well. So, be prepared to buy land. That's the first thing you should want to do, is invest in your own land here. Whereas in America, it would be very difficult to get land, because you're talking about millions of dollars just to get a piece of, maybe one plot. You would probably have to pay close to 1 million just to get that, and then you have to go through all kinds of restrictions and all kinds of crazy things when it comes to the rules and regulations of getting land in America. It's no joke. Um, and that's one of the things that motivated me to come to Africa, to check out the you know the way to be able to get land, and how easy or how hard it is. And I found that it wasn't difficult, but you do have to take in consideration being a foreign national. um, you know Things have changed. Whereas when I got land, I'm just going to say that I was blessed by Yahweh, the creator who created me, that opened the door for me to be able to get that, because I'm a foreign national. Even though I'm married to a Ghanaian, I'm still yet to get my citizenship. So just know that as a foreign national, you still will face challenges of the diasporan coming here to purchase land and to invest in business. So it's best to, join allies with people here in Ghana, if this is where you want to come. join allies, become really great friends and family, with some of the natives here. And, it would take you a long way, and help you get to where you need to go versus just coming here doing it by yourself. I wouldn't recommend you do that. I would recommend you, you know, be connected and join allies and form really great friends and family here so that they can help you on the way because this is the land that they know much about. So it's best to connect with the people here to make it happen. um I don't know if I'm missing anything, but please help me if I am so that I can continue.
You are just great. We're just enjoying it because I myself, I mean, I've been to Ghana once. I mean,
Oh,
so even though from the continent, you see, you're even more knowledgeable than even people on the continent that might just think, I go back to Professor James Moore when he said, Africans on the continent, when they come to America, they feel that just wearing the colorful kentes means that Africa. you know
yeah.
so yes, so it depends of each experience of each person that is there is very important. It's not
Mhm.
where you come from. I come from the continent, but I don't know Ghana that much like you. So even if I'm coming to Ghana, I need your experience. I need your experience.
Yeah.
Yes, I might be close. And then one thing, you talked about your citizen. How was it? What type of papers did you have to need to get married, and how long you need to be married to get your citizen? How was the preparation? What are the documentations that they asked? Was it difficult? Did you have to prove your, status or something like that? How was the process?
Um, well, okay. In regards to the marriage, we we got ordained in front of a court, and we went to a high court, and the family came to the court to witness us get married, and they signed documents for us to get married, and we were scheduled to have a traditional wedding in October, but the family advised me to wait until after the baby is here so that we can do it all at once, like a naming ceremony and traditional, ceremony as well. So we want to do that at that time after the baby is born. But as far as the marriage, we just simply went to the high court and we got ordained and sworn in, and the family advised me as far as me becoming a citizen. There's someone get married to a Ghanaian. That's not That's not the
Yes,
case here. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is just because you are married to a Ghanaian doesn't guarantee your citizenship as a American or of the diaspora. You're not guaranteed your citizenship just because you're married to a Ghanaian. It's just a lengthy time frame for that. I'm just going to tell you. I believe the laws is going to change coming up in January. Um, the conversation in Parliament is that it's a possibility the length of becoming a citizen after being married to a Ghanaian is going to be reduced to 2 years. But other than that, it's a lengthy time frame.
Mm. Um, yes.
What was the last
All
thing you
right.
heard? Because
I think no, the last thing I heard, just because you're married to a Ghanaian, is a lengthy process, but that the laws could change from January, to cut it down to 2 years if you're married. And even if you're having a child.
So having a child, being an American, what I will tell you is that as an American, your child is guaranteed an American passport because one of the parents have to be an American so that that child will be able to have an American passport. So that is your guarantee. So at least one parent has to be an American, and then you would apply for what's called an it's called an abroad birth. It's called an abroad birth. You would apply for that at the embassy, and then from there you would be issued a American passport and a social security number for that child. So that is the way regarding the child being born to a Ghanaian parent and an American parent.
Yeah, but that happens in the American embassy. What happens in the Ghanaian customary system, or yeah, legal system? So the child, now your baby is going to be born and is totally American.
Yes, no, not totally American. The child would have dual citizenship.
So the child is going to have Ghanaian American.
Yeah, so the child would be considered um, dual to be given dual citizenship because the one parent is Ghanaian and one parent is American.
Okay, and you, like the mother of a Ghanaian child, you're not a Ghanaian yet.
Um, I'm just going to say legally no, but spiritually I am a Ghanaian.
Yes, I know. I mean, it's crazy because it's the stuff, we want to get to that process of how does it even happen that, we would have to go through this. And I think if we really are working together, like what you're saying, these things, we want to eradicate them. This is not a system that was made for us. You're a daughter of the continent. Why would you even have to go through a passport? A paper determines you who you are because you're born in some place. Anyway, but I mean, the most important thing, you're happy with your family and you know you're Ghanaian. And I think that's the biggest message that you said. It's not just about the paper. Spiritually, that's your home. Any other thing, I mean, you're not being chased out or treated differently because you're American, are you? Because of even the passport?
No, I'm actually welcomed here. I'm very welcomed here, and I really appreciate that. But like I said, one of the things I want to say to the diasporan, whether it's the women or the men, if you are interested in finding love here, or excuse me, wanting to get married to someone here on the continent, please keep in mind that you must be prepared for that because you may end up, having a mate that doesn't have the financial means to be able to sustain you. And will that determine the fate of your love or your marriage? You know, the fact that the person is, financially disadvantaged in you, but have the potential. They may have the potential. They may not be financially stable, but they have the potential, which can carry them and carry your relationship and your marriage a long way as long as you guys work together, though. It has to be both parties working together to make it happen. So I just want to encourage you that be prepared for that because, you're coming from a country and a nation where you're more advantaged than your brother and your sister. I mean, Africa is still being developed. Ghana is still being developed. There's still things that Ghana needs to step up to the plate with and really look after their citizens. I feel kind of sorry to a certain extent for the condition of our people here, but not everybody is in that condition. So but I don't know if I should say the majority of them are or what, but most of the Ghanaians that I'm talking to are complaining. They want to leave. They want to leave from here and go to America, go to the UK, go somewhere other than Ghana. And so I'm like, well, why would you guys want to leave while we're trying to rush from America and all the other parts of the diaspora to come here and build? Why are you guys trying to leave? So once you talk to them, you'll understand why they want to leave. So I really encourage Parliament here to really help your citizens. Please, I beg. You guys can make this country so beautiful if you just utilize the funds and the resources you guys have that that can really sustain this country and really make it very comfortable. And I want to even go there and say luxurious, because this country has enough money to make this country look fabulous. I'm being honest. So are you able to hear me, or?
Yes. Go ahead. I'm just. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, okay. As the diasporan, when you meet someone from this country or from anywhere in Africa, just keep that in mind, because everyone does not come from a really good financial, background. So just be prepared for that. And also know that when you meet someone, you have to make sure, that that their motive is to really love you and not have another motive other than love. Because some people want to get married for different reasons, like, okay, I want to get married to get my citizenship so I can leave this country and go stay in another country, but I don't really want to love you. I don't really want to have a real true relationship with you. I don't want to have a true marriage. I just want what I want. Okay, so that's a different motive other than true love. So you just have to be careful getting connected with people who have, other motives other than, true love and wanting to really be married. Because there are people here in Ghana that, I can say that have shown some people that I know other motives other than true love. So and some of my friends have really gotten hurt. They brokenhearted behind that. So one of my friends, for example, she's from Atlanta. She came here in Ghana, met someone, in Ghana, and they totally, she was only with the person for 2 months and ended up having a very devastating situation because the guy was already married and he was dealing with some other things. So she kind of felt used and betrayed, which she was. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because you really have to be careful, sisters and brothers, when you're courting someone, or when someone is courting you. Please take the time to get to know them, know their family, know who they are mentally, spiritually, intellectually, psychologically. Just please know who you're dealing with, because it takes time. It takes time to get to know a person. And if you can wait and be abstinent, to develop a really great, strong foundation and relationship, in your love life, I would encourage you to do that. Yeah, because otherwise, you'll be singing "I should have, could have, would have" song, and at that point, it'd probably be too late. So, I just want to encourage you to just really take your time and get to know who you're dealing with, regardless. I mean, this can be anywhere, though. I mean, but you do have. I'm just going to be honest. When you're coming to a country that's still being developed, our fellow brothers and sisters really need help. They really need help. Like, for example, my husband, he was already the CEO of these two companies, but he just needed a little financial support to help boost it up. And I happened to step in at the right time to make it happen. But I really want true love. I really want a husband. I really want a real marriage life. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful, hooking up with people who have other motives other than wanting to really be a husband and a wife and wanting to have a family, because there are people here that would take you for granted and use you in every way they could possibly use you for. So please be careful of that.
Hmm. That one, it happens everywhere. That we
Yeah.
know, like you said, yes. But I think these are really social issues. It doesn't matter how long, how it is. The people will just change at some point in time that we don't know. I really don't know at what point that one has to really be careful. But what you're saying that I totally agree is the state. In some other things, other factors can play a role, but in a continent that is growing. But the thing that you said, do Ghanaians or Africans marry for citizenship? Is it possible, for instance, with your husband, would he get a citizen being married to you in Ghana?
Could you ask the question again? The phone was breaking a little. I'm sorry.
Yes. Like your husband, you and your husband, is it possible that your husband can get citizenship through you being married in Ghana?
Yes, he can get citizenship through me. I just have to apply for his spousal, um, documents. With him being my spouse, I would have to be the one to apply for those documents on his behalf.
I see. All right. I mean, that's well said, and I love that advice because particularly women. Does it also happen, for brothers who or kings who are there and they get into these kind of issues? Like women also like, I want to hang out with him because I want to marry an American or foreigner.
Come again. I'm sorry.
Destiny.
Yes, I was asking if you can repeat a little
Yes. I was asking
bit
the issue,
because I didn't understand. The phone was breaking a little bit.
the issue of being careful is for both sex, isn't it? It doesn't happen to men also that they should be careful, or just in the case of women, because women are usually the one that would be tricked into that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. It happens to men and women. Both can be, involved in those types of, devastating situations.
Good. But you are happy, you're married, you're expecting a baby, and everything is going well in your relationship, your businesses are going well. And yeah, what is it
I'm
that we should
I'm
be
not, I'm not going to,
expecting?
I'm not going to say that everything is going well, but what I will say is that for the most part, I'm just going to say that every relationship has its ups and downs.
Correct.
Me, me and my husband comes from two different kinds of backgrounds. Um, two different kinds of culture and traditions. And I want to encourage my people that when you marry someone from a different background and culture, that's another thing you must take the time to get to know. Because you need to know if you'll be able to fit in, and you need to know if you can understand this culture enough to sustain your marriage and your relationship, because there's certain things that they do that we don't do, or we do that they don't do. And you bring certain Babylonian mindset to Africa, and you can be rejected because nobody's going to accept those kinds of mentalities and stuff. So you have to be mindful that you're trying to integrate, once you get married, you're trying to integrate your lifestyle into a whole total different lifestyle. And it takes time. You really have to know the culture and the tradition, and to know whether or not it's going to work for you. And just hopefully you have a great, humble husband or wife, caring enough that both of you guys can be able to see eye to eye and understand that, wow, we come from two different backgrounds, yet we're married. What do we do? Get a divorce, or do we work it out? Because divorce, I don't believe in divorce. I just don't. And that's why I never got married up until this point. And I'm in my 40s. My husband is very young. My husband is in his 30s. So I was grateful to get a young husband. um, so that's a blessing right there in itself. But I definitely have to tell you that, you guys have to really learn each other. One is older than the other, and, one feels more superior and all this, it's so many different things you have to work out that it can become very overwhelming. So I'm not going to say that everything is all good, but for the most part, I'm great. I'm just going to say I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to have a husband, and I'm grateful to be able to be at an age to where I can still produce children and have a beautiful family for my husband.
That's the most essential. The understanding, the harmony. Every other thing would be fixed along the way, isn't it? The patience, also getting to give enough time, because these two mindsets, even if you're not coming from the culture, if I'm taking, even in our own case, being in the diaspora for long, even though we were also born and raised on the continent, you know, getting back into the continent to understand the mindset, particularly in terms of really like a relationship, I think that could really be challenging. So it's not even different from us and you, but it's just a matter of love and time and a lot of patience and understanding in the relationship. I think everything definitely would work. If God brought you two together, then it's definitely a reason. It was not a mistake that you guys can be together. So yes, we wish you a very happy marriage, and we can't wait to have that baby, that Destiny. Really, in 3 months, we would have to touch base with you, and we can. I see you're glowing. I mean, it's a wonderful feeling. I mean, we passed that stage. Like,
Yes,
you know, and
absolutely.
yes, yes. It's a warm feeling being in a family situation, with your in-laws, with the community, and your loving husband, and particularly in your dream place where you want it to be. Your businesses are going well. I mean, when we say go well, it doesn't mean that what goes well, even if you were out here, you're still going to get some challenges, whether in your relationship or whatever. So it doesn't even matter the geographical space, it just matter two of you that you decide to take on a journey together for life. So we're wishing you
Yeah.
all the best on that journey. What is it that you want us to pay attention again? Are you coming back here like to visit, or you say you just want to stay on the continent? Do you have any, or you want to do some, also the businesses that you are doing? Do you only want to do those products and services for the local market, or you also think, oh, why not? People in America or in Europe that might need your services.
I do want to live here, pretty much permanently in Africa, in
Mhm.
Ghana. I do want to also explore Africa. Africa is such a beautiful continent that, I mean, I just want to just go everywhere here, like to every country, you know. And I pray that one day I'll be able to do that. I do want to say that, yes, I would like to live here permanently, and travel to be able to open uh, doors and opportunities for businesses in other parts of Africa. Um, and just be able to help, um, educate and help my brothers and sisters amongst the, continent to be able to realize that it's time for us to unite and come together of the diaspora and with our brothers and
Adjust your
sisters.
microphone, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, better now, please, because you were saying something so important. You want to repeat that again?
Yeah, so I believe that the last thing I said was that I want to be able to travel to all parts of Africa
Yes.
and utilize. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to be able to travel to all parts of Africa to utilize those doors and opportunities for us of the diasporan to create businesses and jobs and connect bridges that we need to connect to make it happen for Africa to be great again. That's one of my dreams and my goals, to make Africa great again. So by doing that, I would have to travel the whole Africa and educate and help my brothers and sisters wake up to this truth. Um, I do want to embrace one industry that is looked down upon as like some kind of stigma or something, which is the hemp industry. If you do your research, you'll see that hemp is one of the fastest growing businesses in America. America is one, and there's Amsterdam, and there's other countries and nations that are, actually utilizing hemp in so many ways. And I just want Africa to see it as not as a drug, but a tree, because if you think about it, uh, the seed that they use to even grow hemp or marijuana, I just have to keep it real. It starts with a seed, and you plant it in soil, you grow it, you use water and you use sun, just like any other tree. So how can you look at it as such, you know, uh, um, wicked name or demonic name, like a drug? Yes, it does have, effects on your body, and not negative effects, but positive effects, depending on, the amount that you use to utilize it. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. No, as I was saying, I wanted to, utilize one of the fastest growing industries in America, in Amsterdam, and certain other countries that are using this great business is in the hemp industry. And I just want to help, find a way to educate the people about hemp and to let them know that it is a tree, which it is. I mean, it's a seed, just like any other fruit or vegetable that you grow. You use a seed, you plant it in soil, you water it, and you let the sun grow it. So it's just the same process. It's just that this particular tree has medicinal, I want to say medicinal properties that can help so many different things that the body need, like cancer, glaucoma, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, mental disorders, people that have eating disorders, all types of different types of issues that this, multi-million dollar business has. Africa needs to please, get some education about it and stop looking down on it as some kind of stigma, because it's very medicinal. It's very medicinal. And it's one of the fastest growing businesses going on right now. So I just want to say that's probably one of the things that can help jumpstart and kickstart, the economy the fastest way, because I know personally some friends of mine in America who opened up a marijuana dispensary and was able to make $1 million in 1 month.
Um,
Now, and that was, I think that was about some years ago, but now you can make $1 million in a week just by, this type of business. So, like I said, there's other businesses that I would like to, bring to Africa. And I want to educate my people about it because a lot of it stems from just a lack of knowledge. A lot of my brothers and sisters don't know what's out there, and people like myself have the knowledge and experience and the international platforms to be able to bring these things to the table to help Africa be great again. So just please allow us the chance to show you what we can do.
Amazing. I don't even know. Yes, you said it in the beginning, Destiny. Imagine your ancestors, our ancestors were stolen and they built this great civilization. It is the same thing that we have to come back. We have to go back and build it because we have the know how. We're not just even talking only in terms of money, but just the skills. We know everything. Now, this particular vegetable that you're talking about, you will not believe it that in most villages and counties, villages particularly, they just grow wild and people have no clue what it is. But I bet you our ancestors knew all that. Even our parents knew all that, and they smoked it. My grandmother in a family where I grew, it was a vegetable that they drank for tea and prepare it just like spinach, right?
Yeah.
But we never even knew it. So they had the real thing. So you could even see how they lived longer because in their generation, I mean, most of them at 90s or 100s, they had never been to a dentist or anything. So, I mean, just the same way that they demonized our spirituality and brought all the systems to us is the same way that anything that they demonize, you just have to know that it's something that is good. I always say, I know you, if you want to know the world, even somebody doesn't teach you anything that they say is not good, please look at the opposite. And find out what is there that they say is not good. Because in the normal human nature, particularly our colonizers, it's never been anything that is a luxury to tell us something that is good. So anything that they say is bad for an African is a good thing. So yes, but like you said, there's just too much ignorance, and too much knowledge that has been hidden in the past, and that's
Yeah,
why we
let me
need
say one more.
to restarting. Yeah.
Yeah, let me say one more thing about it before I forget. I grew up at a time in the 80s where they demonized marijuana and hemp. Marijuana and hemp is the same thing. So I'm just going to say what it is. They demonized it and they locked up my brothers and sisters for it. Whereas now they legalized it and my brothers and sisters are still locked up in jail behind it. So I don't understand this kind of, mentality that America has on my people like this. You guys, America has legalized it. So let my people go, like Moses said. Let my people
Mhm.
go. Free my people. You guys have what you want. You have legalized the hemp industry, the marijuana industry, and you're making not just millions, you're making billions off of it. And you've demonized it to the point to where you've probably frightened my brothers and sisters in Africa that they don't even want to deal with it because of of it being demonized. But let's just keep it real. You guys in America have profited off of this business in the billions. So let's bring it to the forefront and let my brothers and sisters here in Africa benefit as well because it has so many medicinal benefits. You can eat it, you can use it as tea, you can do so many things with it. You can build cars. There's a brother in Nigeria who used hemp to build a hemp car using hemp. So you can use hemp for building homes, for building cars and all kinds of things. I mean, the exploring, platform for hemp is unimaginable. It's just it goes far. So let's just be real about that.
Oh. and probably makes you wiser and think out of the box. That's why.
Yes.
There's just too much talent when we talk about I don't know, a land or a continent or a people. I mean, humanity as a whole came from Africa. So even our brothers that are colored, also Africans in another color. But you can imagine the knowledge even that they used to develop their own civilization, with us or from us. That you can imagine even still the opportunities, the potentials, the resources in every sector, whether it's in herbs. We've not even started developing our pharmaceutical. We've not even started to use to work our farms. We still have the whole land. They say 60%. I said 100% is there. We've not even used our dams, our rivers to tap electricity because we even have solar. We've not even started. I mean, we haven't even started. It's just still like a virgin continent. So you can imagine why people talking about the recolonization, or that the West is going back, particularly China is already there. It's just because the resources are endless, the opportunities are endless. You can imagine after 400 decades, it's still there. They did to Congo, they're still going. So what is it? I mean, it's a land that is flowing with milk and honey, endless, endless. Even the population, look at the boom of the young people. It's a young continent. So there is no way that Africa can be left behind. There is just no way that the world can ignore Africa. And if they don't ignore Africa, they can never ignore Africans. That's one of the things that we just break in our using all our energy, our times to say, yes, not all of us are gonna get there, but please just get one thing that is easy. We it is an endless blessings to that continent and the people of that continent, that no matter how, look at the wars, look at everything, the corruption, they need for god good governance, the infrastructure, but it is growing every day. You go on the streets, in the mountains, all what we grow here, they just grow wild in the forest. I came
Yes.
to Europe, I see some plant, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, is that a flower? Is that a because of things that we went to the river and they were just there. And I
Yeah.
never knew it was a flower. I never knew what it just grow wild. Fruits just grow, mangoes, pears, beans, rot on the street, in the
Yeah.
bushes,
Yes.
organic. Yeah.
It's true. It's so true.
So yes, we have a lot to do, my queen, and we're thanking you. Like you see, you're going and you're calling. It's like those that were here calling the ones back, and it's a very good thing that you're doing. A good job that you're doing. Kudos to you. I know you're tired. You know, I know you're
But
tired. Do you
I,
have? Yes.
but I love to talk though. Believe me, my husband can't take it because he's like, wow, I never seen someone like you who loves to talk, 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 talk. I mean, I would talk. I've talked for like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, I don't have a problem to talk at all. So there's so many things that we need. There's so many things that we need to talk about and get out to the people of our continent so that we can wake up fast. I want us to wake up fast and quick because the market out here internationally is no joke. And I mean, I don't understand why it's taking Africa so long, but the market is here and it's ready. So whatever I can do to help Africa wake up and connect and unite and come together, that's what I would do. That's what I'm here for.
It's a spiritual thing, isn't it, Destiny? Everyone
Yes,
is called on its
that's it.
mission. Do you think it's a coincidence?
No, it's divine. I call it divine. It's divine order.
Ashe.
I say,
Exactly. Each and every one of us is called. And when you're called, you're given the voice and the talents and the knowledge and the wisdom and the bravery and everything to speak. All of us that are in advocacy and waking up. I mean, you can talk. I talk for all long. I talk throughout, even ever since I was born, And so it's a mission that we came into. And that's why we are on that mission. Yeah. So when are we gonna have you
Yes.
again? Definitely after your baby is here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to come back, and I'm always here for my people. In any way I can help. Um, please reach out and let me know. I would love to bring the king or the queen on the show to introduce you. The future generation for Africa. I want to say the future Kwame Nkrumah or the Marcus Garvey or the, Ya Asati one. I'm not even sure what I'm going to have right now, but I know that I'm bringing one of the ancestors back through my womb. So
Hmm. See me, see me. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, yeah, I mean, we will be the first to set an eye on it. I mean, that's for sure. It must be an
yeah,
ancestor call out of California, the place where people know dreams happen, and then taken back to the continent. You can never. It must be an ancestor. I mean, all our ancestors anyway. Yeah.
yes,
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 definitely.
exactly.
Tell us more. You say you like to talk. What is it? What is the situation of the women out there, in terms of industrialization? I mean, you see the women, the mothers, the sisters, the queens, they're the ones that get up in the morning, being on the street to sell, to make ends meet. I mean, what kind of power, that kind of energy?
Okay, so I'm sure you're asking about the the question for Ghana, right, and not for America, right? Is that true?
For Ghana, yes, for Ghana.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, what I see, is something totally different. It's something totally different than what I've experienced in America because uh, over here in Ghana, I see the women every morning have a routine. They get
Mm,
up between the hours of 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. every morning, and they sweep everywhere. They go clean everything. Then after they clean, they go in the house and they get themselves ready for work. Then they go to work, and some of them have jobs where they where they sell their locals. And what I mean by their locals is like they sell their local fruits and vegetables, mango, pawpaw, pineapple, contombe, onions, cucumber, okra, all these different things that are locally grown in their own backyard, like plantain. They take what they have grown from their own yard, and they get up faithfully every day, and they get a bucket or some kind of like container or something. I don't know what it's called because I've never did that, but I think it's like a bucket or something that they put on top of their head. They fill
yes.
it up with Yeah, they fill it up with their local products
Mm,
that is from their home that they grow. And they go out there on the streets with their friends, and they work the streets, they work the streets selling their products. They go to the main roads in Ghana, Accra. They go pretty much car to car selling. Some of them probably only make 20 CDs a day or 50 CDs a day. And I think the currency equivalent to 50 CDs in US dollars would probably be about maybe $30, or no, not 30. It got to be like maybe $10 or something like that, or $15. It's very small though.
Mm,
So I have a lot of respect for these women and these men who get out here and they hustle and they do what they got to do to make ends meet, and they're only making so little money, by doing that. I mean, I have mad respect for them. I just pray that things, get better for the citizens here, because it shouldn't be so difficult and so challenging like this. It has to be a better way economically, to present a different, platform for the citizens to be able to have and live life abundantly, as the
mm,
word of God says. I would like
mm.
to see that in my brothers and sisters all over the continent here. Um, so the energy that they put in is massive. I mean, they're very serious about what they're doing. I mean, because they know if they don't do that, they're not going to be able to feed themselves.
Yes. That's the reality. Too much respect, and that's one of the things when we hear the West talking about giving money or aiding people or helping Africa. It's such a disrespect on the people, because you see how hard, particularly the women, the mother, how they work so hard, even in their late ages. I mean, they are doing everything strong and powerful, wake up every day. They want to put food on the table, even though they have abundance in their own way, but they still want to do it. And then you will see a community or people that underlook these people as poor people. I mean, it's disheartening. It's cruel.
Yeah, it's very disheartening, and I want to encourage the brothers and sisters of the diasporan. Please don't come here to Africa and look down on your brothers and sisters. Don't look down on them, because you have to put yourself in their shoes to understand, why they're going through what they're going through. And I just want to say, that when you come, just please come to support, and please come and help, please come and build, and please come and create. But please don't look down on your brothers and sisters, because you have you you have no idea, what to himself. Please have them do unto you. Again again I say, do unto others as you have them do unto you.
Destiny, I don't know what kind of evil is putting their foot in your mouth not to give out this message. But you know what? There's no way they're gonna stop us. I mean, you have to say what you have to say. The teaching is so powerful. Can you just say it again? Go ahead, please.
Yes. I'm saying to do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. When you come to Africa, please don't look down on your brothers and sisters. You see them on the street, they're hustling, they're trying to make ends meet, just to make 10 or 20 to 50 CDs a day, which is really nothing compared to the currency in the US or in the UK. It's nothing. So when you come, please come to give, please come to create, please come to build, and please come to unite Africa.
Mm,
Unite Africa, please. Please
mm.
don't come with that Babylonian mindset, because that hasn't gotten us nowhere. We must come with the mindset and the heart to unite Africa and to build. Africa
Mm.
needs us. Africa needs us. Our ancestors were ships. And so through that bloodline, we have returned. We have returned. So let's do something about it, my people, please. Asheo.
Asheo. Ashe, my queen, oh, Madase, 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 Aqua.
Madase, Madase.
Ooh. Thank you so much, my queen. How much more? You're the voice of the voiceless out there. Even though, when we present some things like, "What are you doing?" and you say you're investing in this business, so people always just think. I mean, even just hearing the word for Africans, a business is just like, oh, you want to just make money. I mean, if we don't think business, we're not even going to develop Africa. If we don't think that, investing, even if your time, just your time, you all watching us here, it's an investment to the unity of Africa. And I keep telling it, do not underestimate it. And honestly, I'm so grateful, Destiny, the followers that are watching you today, and even the family on the Pan African Daily TV, be them on Facebook, be them here on YouTube, because these are really just the two channels. I mean, there are millions in just a short while that have been following, and they're gaining their awaken, and we're getting the feedbacks. So it is really our time. And that's why when we have voices like you, like me, like any other mentors, experts, professors, researchers, all that has skills, knowledge, we are only here to just motivate one another, to wake us up. None of
Absolutely.
us is here to make some billions or whatever. And even if we make it, it's our right to make it. Each and every one of us should be that, because we are blessed with a continent of that. So I thank you so much for
You're
taking the
welcome.
time.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
In
Madasi. Madasi.
Madasi, Madasi, Madasi. I share, I share. Aquaba,
Ashe. Asheo.
Aquaba.
Aquaba.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Oh my God, my queen, it's so lovely to have you. You see, in the end now, everything is going, even though it keeps chopping up, but we are getting there. Do you have any other thing I mean, just to give us the last word before we leave?
I definitely want to encourage the diasporan and the brothers and sisters to learn the language. You know, to be honest, I'm having a difficult time uh, being very fluent in speaking, Tree and Ewe and all these different, tribal languages, because there's so many tribes in Ghana that when you go to different regions in Ghana, you will be speaking different languages. You won't always speak Tree. You will speak, maybe sometime you will speak Ga, and then in some regions you will speak Airway or Ewe. Um, you will speak Tree in some regions. So just, know at least the local language when you come. Try to learn it as best as you can, because you are an African, whether you like it or not. Okay. Um,
Oh, yes. You better begin to own it, or somebody else owns you, and you don't want to be
exa-
that, isn't it? So whether you like it or not,
exactly.
you have to. You have to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my
Well,
queen. Thank
yes.
you. Mothers,
Um,
the mothers on the continent, and the sons and daughters. Thank you so much.
you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Beautiful. Yep. So we're gonna get in touch to find out how, who is kicking, who is coming out to represent, from that dynasty out there. Our greetings to your king, and congratulations to him, to your in-laws, to the community, to everyone on the continent. Send our salutations from us here. We're still on the journey to come back. I am here to send everybody home, and then we be on the last batch, but I'm meeting you
Yeah.
very soon. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you. We keep in touch.
Yes, you're welcome, Akwaba and
Akwaba,
Madasi, and
Madase,
all the
Madase,
and
the
all
mothers.
and all the languages of Ghana. I send to you,
Yes.
and
Yes.
just remember, my people, unite Africa, unite Africa. We are one beautiful continent, that all other countries and nations, they wish they were like us. They wish they could be like us. That's why they came to exploit Africa the way that they did. So we know this, and we must come together to preserve what is left of what we have, okay? So just have the love in your heart for your own brother and your sister to unite Africa. Peace and love to you. Asheo.
Asheo, Asheo, Medasa. Thank
Madasi.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, my queen. Yes. Wow. Wow. As you can see, we are going on and we are moving on the right path and unstoppable with our unity program. And very soon we are the global, the Africa We Want global movement is going to be live, is going to be live on the web pages that we've created, all these solutions that we've been talking about. We need to start teaching that love, sharing that unity. Our main purpose is unity and development of Africa and Africans, right? Is unity and the development of Africa and Africans. We unite, we develop our continent, we develop ourselves. We unite, we develop ourselves, we develop our continent. That is all that we have. Every other thing, we're building platforms that will use every opportunity to unite us, every opportunity. So we have the daily TV, which is this one already, you know it. But we also have the daily news that we're working on that is also going live. We have the daily radio and FM that is coming up. We have the daily conferencing, our new app that we will use for all our streaming, will not even have to be interrupted by all the systems. You have the YouTube, you have the everything in it. We have the D Research Institute where we do our e-learning, Pan-Africanism from everything. We have the D Love and Family, which is what we're already doing here, integration. How do we connect, ourselves, and what are the challenges we're having in marriage? We have everything. We have everything, just like Africa. It's called the D culture, the new lifestyle and culture of Africa. And we're bringing this live to you in the coming days. That's why you see us working day and night. We thought of just launching one, and it was not even enough because, like she said, we have so many potentials, so many. You look at all around Africa, it's just an opportunity that you see. There's nothing about, oh, this and this and this, except you're still looking at those eyes and the Western eyes and the colonized eyes. If you are awake and you are spiritual, you see everything is an opportunity on the continent. And we want to open up this movement, this revolution, to be a compound for all African initiatives, particularly those that are, for the voice of the voiceless, right? We have to start from every neighborhood to every county to every village to every family to educate our people on Pan-Africanism, unity, Ubuntu, one love for Africa and Africans everywhere. So that is our mission, and I can't wait to officially, the young people that are building those platforms, they're already ready, they're waiting. Now we're doing the testing, and very soon all your organizations, all you all would join in that space, and we begin to build a real Africa. It's about work. It's about work. Whether you're a business person or you're who, if you have any expertise in anything, because we're coming up now, who has a talent in what, like I said, even if just a talent to moderate, a talent to sing, a talent to tell a story, anything that we have, we're going to use all our weapons. Remember, we're saying it's not weapons, we don't produce guns. Our weapon is love. The biggest weapon that the Creator gave to us as Black people is love. And that we will use it at every level. We will use every component of love. Anything, whether it's our dancing, we're going to use our dancing to unite. Our music, we're going to use our music to connect and unite. Anything that the universe gave to us, we're going to use it. And you can see they are endless. So we're looking for expertise. If you just know, and every African is a talented, has the expertise, has the talent. Anything that you just say, you know what, I can play just a flute and people dance on the continent and forget, and we here, we're looking for you. So get ready. to be a member on the Africa We Want Global. Note it, the Africa We Want Global. And we'll be having an office, our offices, even the global secretariat right now is in Ghana, right, where it's been set up. And then we have the international affairs offices in the diaspora here, where I'm sitting, to connect and to meet up with the communities, talk to them, mobilize ourselves. How can we support one another to build the continent? So the revolution has just started. It started last year. It started 400 years ago. We're just doing what our ancestors are doing and what they taught us to do and what each and everyone here in our dimension is here to do. So I want to thank you. That it's a great time being alive. It's a great time being an African. It's a great time even being in this space and dimension and being able to contribute to build a powerful continent and to own it. Just like Destiny said, do you know you create something? You are proud of that product that you create. You create something. Now, we are known for being consumers. Consume what? We consume things that people create. And that's why, even though we are co-creators, we're not seen as creators because we're only consumers. But this is the time that we're coming together to create, to create. So we're going to build this continent and own it and be proud of it. We're going to open doors for people to work with us in any way they want at fair terms and at our conditions, right? So let's build the Africa we want and be proud of it, right? So I want to thank all of you. Yes, yes, yes. As I can tell you, get ready. I see all of you being charged up. Yes. If you can beat drums, NS Parker is saying, I don't match to just any drum. Yes, any drum beats. I know you don't. Whatever thing that we can do, we're going to do it. Now you heard it. How can it be that people, Lion of the Judah, the rock that we are, Rastafarians, spiritual people, natural people, they go with nature, the way they are, what they believe in is the truth, and we marginalize them. It's too much ignorance. So all of us have to be teachers. Whether you can speak or not, you can, do the non-verbal language, whether it's your body language, whether it's your verbal language, anything that we have, we're going to use it to unite. And you all know that we have a lot of talent. We've been entertaining the world for so long with our music, with our career. We've been doing music just to entertain. And so we even lost our talent because we have to do things that have to fit the community. No, right now we're producing everything for us. If we're telling our stories, we're telling to entertain ourselves. If we're doing our music, we're doing to sit at the concert, buy our ticket and enjoy. When are we going to sit down and enjoy what is our own? We only do it to sell. We do something to produce, even ourselves. You look at the best talent of artists. Look at the audience they entertain, right? But when you go to, now they start taking even an Afrobeat into these spaces. And you go there, people that don't even understand the rhythm. It's for us first to enjoy what nature, what God gave to us at that continent. We have to enjoy it until for ourselves first. If we produce our food, we buy it among us, we feed ourselves, right? If we have a technology, it is for us first. We're not even an export. We don't even know that word. We first of all have to be self-sufficient. Anything, our music for us, our fashion for us, our food for us, our dancing for us, anything that we have as a talent, all right? So get ready for the Africa we want global movement. It's already done and it's on. We're just testing all these platforms until we're done. So if you're a DJ or anything that know that you're going to be in that space, right? You're an author. We need experts in everything. In everything. Yeah. So I want to leave you all. Tomorrow we are going to have also another guest also with her experience. Like we said, this week we're focusing on the diaspora and continental, but on Saturday we're going to have a Caribbean-born lawyer who's also an activist and been doing a lot of projects out there in Caribbean. And Brother George is going to be here with us to share his experiences, works, and all what he's been doing as a fighter, as an influencer, as an advocate for his people, for his community, for his work. And he's also saying, yes, this is the time. Everyone has to come on board. We have to keep every other thing that we're doing. Yeah, we are all working, we work part-time, but the full-time job that all of us should be doing as Africans anywhere on the continent here is our unity. That's a full-time job that you have to tell your own self, that you have to be grateful to the creator for bringing you in this universe. You say, I have a full-time job, and everybody's going to ask you, what are you doing? Say, I'm working for the unity of my people, period. No negotiation about that. Then whatever you earn or we work to pay our bills, that's a part-time. That's a part-time that we'll be doing. But our full-time job as Africans on the continent, in the diaspora, worldwide, is to work for our unity and the development of Africa and Africans. In every way, we're going to empower each and every one of us. Okay? So I want to thank you. We see ourselves tomorrow. I'll announce the guests, could be from the continent or the diaspora, but these are cross experiences, how they integrate, and what is it that we should be looking forward to. So thank you so much. We see ourselves tomorrow, same time. Please, if we are not on time, just understand, but it's going to be maybe 5-10 minutes. But if not, if it works out well, we'll be on time. 8 p.m. in South Africa, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard American Time, 7 p.m. UK, 6 p.m. GMT, and your respective area. So thank you so very much. We see us tomorrow. Tuko pamoja, madase, asante sana. You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.